Friends, today is Tuesday, August 27, 2024, and we're going to talk a little bit today about why availability and interruptibility are important. We started that theme yesterday. Hope you saw yesterday's video. I'm going to read to us today from John 15, 3 and 4. And these words are an image that dominates the first part of John chapter 4. It's an agrarian image. It's called the vine and the branches. Here we go. You have already been cleansed by the word that I have spoken to you. Abide in me as I abide in you. Just as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. Well, our lives are spiritually fruitful to the extent that our efforts coincide or come together with the purposes of God. Does that make sense to you? We can pursue an agenda that seems to us wonderful, but if it's parallel to and not coinciding with the agenda that God has for us, our lives won't be nearly as fruitful as they are if we're in lockstep and we're pursuing the things with our time and our energy and our gifts that God created us to pursue and has redeemed us to pursue. That intersection between our efforts and God's providential activity that's happening all the time around us, that's how the kingdom grows and lives are changed. That's how grace and love become real and visible through us. But here's the thing. Those intersections between what God is doing and what we're doing, they can't be always anticipated by us because God works in so many ways in so many lives, it's hard to even grasp it. Much of his work is invisible. It's going on in other people's hearts and minds. It goes on in churches. It goes on in societies on a scale and in detail that elements of that will always be mysterious to us. There are just too many lives intersecting for us to fathom it. And that's what makes interpreting history such a hard job for historians, right? Some of the greatest moments, this is what I want you to carry away today. Some of the greatest moments in the Gospels occur as Jesus responds to an unplanned opportunity, a holy interruption. He wants a drink and he meets a Samaritan woman at a well, and she becomes the first evangelist and reaches out to her village. He's on the way to help person A, who's got a problem and is dying, and he meets a woman who's hemorrhaging who touches him. He's teaching, and a Pharisee interrupts with a question, or a group of toddlers comes in and disturbs the lecture. And that itself, the disturbance, becomes the thing that we remember and that we love as an insight into his heart and ways. What is in plan can be crucial. I wonder if you've ever experienced that. Let's take a moment and pray. Gracious God, it's so exciting to think that our work can intersect with yours. So give us eyes to see opportunities in the interruptions. Amen.